I apologize. I had an incoming call that ruined my video. I guess if you have an iPhone and you're doing a video and you get a call, it's going to cut off your video. So, as I was saying, I've been playing a lot of CL Fledge. It's a daughter racing simulator, and it's similar to Princess Maker if you've ever played that, but CL Fledge is a little bit harder. And that's because in the first year, you have to rest a lot. I mean, a lot. Like, you can do maybe like 3 or 4 activities per week, and in between or before and after those activities, you have to rest like every week. In Princess Maker, you can maybe go like a week or two without giving your daughter like a holiday or a rest of some kind. And it's really fun though. My only critique of CL Fledge is the daughter's not very cute. I'm sorry, she's not like all of her friends and the other characters, they're really cute. I'm still in the first year, so maybe she gets cuter. I've read that her appearance changes based on how you raise her. So, but the neat thing about CL Fledge is that it's more action orientated than Princess Maker. And this lipstick's been on my lips now, probably. Let's see, I had an interrupted call. We're 2 minutes into this video. We were maybe a minute into the other video. I just declined the call. I didn't talk to anyone. So you can already see it's getting much, much more pink, and it's only been on maybe 5 minutes at the very most. So we're going to give it about 5 more minutes, and you should be able to tell a big difference from the beginning of my first video to the end of this one. And like I said, sorry, I had an incoming call. It was my grandma. So, I had no idea that iPhone would kill your video. Like, that's kind of disappointing. Maybe there's a setting. My cat also smell this lip gloss. It tastes so good. It tastes like candy. And my cat is over here sniffing my lips because it tastes like birthday cake. And maybe that's why they call it confetti and they have all that confetti in there. It tastes so good. And it's really, like I said yesterday, it's really moisturizing and smooth and stuff. So we'll let this run for another 3 or 4 minutes. So what else have I been playing? I've been playing, or not playing, I plan to play it soon. I'm going to purchase it today. Best Friend Forever. It's a dog and dating simulator. So you have a pet dog, and it looks like you take like a personality test and you get matched to different dogs. There's like Shiba Inu. Shibas. I can't pronounce the last word. And there's like a Maltese or something fluffy. I've seen a couple different breeds of dogs. And then you can go around town and you can date people, and you can date both boys and girls. And then as you're dating these people, your dog will interact with you and with the other people. And you train your dog. It's a pet racing sim, so he has different stats. I probably shouldn't have, but I bought a bunch of games in PlayStation's game sale that they had a week or two ago. I got a lot of the Digimon games. I haven't played a Digimon game since like PS1, maybe PS2. The last game I played was Digimon World and Digimon World 2, I think. I think there's a sequel, right? I think I played both of those. I think the sequel, like, it made me, like, a little bit motion sick, and that's so weird because I usually don't feel that way when I play games, so, um, I don't know. I don't get to play games as much anymore these days because I was diagnosed with epilepsy, actually, so maybe that was why I used to feel a little bit sick when I played Digimon World 2. I've played games all my life, but I recently found out that I do have epilepsy, and I did have a grand mal seizure back in March, end of March. So I've cut my screen time like way down. Like I'm only in front of a screen maybe 2 hours at the most, and I try and take breaks and do that kind of stuff because obviously I don't want to have another seizure. So this video's been running for about 5.5 minutes. Our other video ran a minute or two, and then it took me a minute or two to start this second video here. You can definitely see a big difference in how pink my lips are now compared to what they looked like a few minutes ago. And that's because of the Winky Lux color changing lip balm. And like I said, yes, it's expensive. Yes, it only gives you like a very subtle shade of pink. But it's kind of neat because it looks different on everyone. And it's subtle, it looks natural, it smells and tastes super good. And it's just cute. I mean, who doesn't love like glitter and pink? And they're calling it lavender, but it's really more of a pink color. I mean, lavender to me is more purple than this. I've also been playing Animal Crossing. At first, I really liked the June wedding theme and all the cute decorations and stuff, but it runs way too long. I know that later on, because I've already done this, later on you can customize and you can get different colors. She'll start asking you for different sets and different rooms. She might want outdoor, indoor, like the reception, the ceremony and stuff, but it's too long. It did not need to be a month long. And I've lost a little bit of interest. I mean, I was so excited for Animal Crossing New Horizons when it first came out. And then obviously I got sick. I was in the hospital. I found out I had epilepsy. And I also had a stroke. I had a stroke and a seizure. And then I had epilepsy back in like March, like maybe 2 days after Animal Crossing came out. And so for like a month or two, I didn't play. So I just started playing it again like mid or end of May. And I'll only play like maybe 20 minutes at a time. Because it's the type of game that you can play in small spurts like that. It's actually more fun if you just play it casually because then it doesn't get boring and repetitive. I still have like a C rank island, like, or I don't know, 2 stars or 3 stars or whatever. Like, my island is garbage because it has too many trees, too many flowers, too many just like wilderness things. I have Able sisters, and I think I have all the houses built now and all of the people that moved into my village. I kind of just let go naturally. I've used some Nook Mile tickets, and I found a couple of villagers. A few of my villagers have moved out, and a few new ones moved in. I started the game with Drago, or no, excuse me, not Drago, with Lyman and Flo. And then the first Nook Miles ticket that I used, I went out and I found Drago. And then Drago left, and after he left, Rodney moved in. Now, I later found out that everyone hates Rodney for some reason. Like, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to how much people hate Rodney. I don't really understand why. He's kind of cool. I mean, he's a gamer. Like, have you ever been in his house? He has, like, pinball machines and arcade machines. And my understanding of why they hate him so much is just because of his colors. he's like a turquoise teal color. I like turquoise and teal. And in my game, my version, he's wearing like a pink and white striped shirt. Now, some of my favorite colors are pink, Tiffany blue, turquoise, lavender, pink, purple. So I mean, to me his colors aren't that bad. Now, some people say that he's rude to them or that he's lazy and that kind of stuff, but I mean, he's always been nice to me. So maybe he's rude to them because they're hitting him with shovels and like doing all kinds of horrible things to him to get him to try to leave their island. I don't know, just a thought. So it's been on me for 10 minutes. You can definitely see a big difference in the colors. I enjoyed talking to you guys about games today and giving this lipstick enough time to work its magic, basically. Again, it looks different on everyone, so how it looks on me right now might not be how it'll look on you. But it definitely does work. It definitely changes your lips pink. It takes a few minutes more than what I had given it yesterday in my review. So I'll post both or all three of these videos, I guess, since today's video got interrupted. Bad grandma. But yeah, that's it. I recommend Winky Lux products. They're fun, they're interesting, they're unique. Nobody else out there on the market really is selling like color changing lip balm, at least not readily available. Like you can just walk into Target and get this. I mentioned in yesterday's video I had another Winky Lux lip balm years ago. That one had a rose inside of it. It was completely clear. The lip balm itself, it wasn't even pink like this one. Completely clear. Had a little rose at the bottom of it. A real flower, they said. And it changed your color based on your pheromones in your body. And I had that for a number of years. And back then you had to purchase them on the internet. You couldn't just walk into Target and buy this. So now it's really cool that you can just go into your local Target. You can buy Winky Lux and you can try it out for yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos. My blog kind of covers anything that I think girls will be interested in, but I usually focus on video games, technology, toys, dolls, movies, TV, that kind of thing. Just because there's not a lot of girl gamers out there, especially back when I started. I'm 39 years old. I might not look it, but that's how old I am. So I started like back with the Atari and the original Nintendo. Back then, like girl gamers really weren't like that popular. I like every day I ate lunch alone by myself. I played with my Game Boy. I was just like that geeky girl without many friends and just her games to get her by. But do you guys like seeing like makeup and different womanly products, I guess, featured on my blog? This wasn't a sponsored review in any way. I walked into Target. I was like, oh, I remember Winky Lux. I tried that once before, and let's have some fun and do a little video for my blog. So that's it. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Happy Saturday. And thank you so much for watching my videos and visiting my blog. I'll be reviewing the games that I talked about. I've already reviewed Animal Crossing. I think because it's so competitive, or so repetitive, not competitive, definitely not. That'd be kind of cool if there was competitive Animal Crossing. But so repetitive, I think that it's not an A game, but it's a game that brings you back to it after you've left it alone for a couple of weeks, you'll be wanting to play Animal Crossing again. But the other games I mentioned, um, I actually also, I forgot to mention, I got Rune Factory 4. What else did I get? Some of the older Harvest Moon games. I had a lot of them over the years, but I haven't played any Harvest Moon now since like the Nintendo DS, maybe. So it's been a while. So I got those. I've also had it probably since the release date, but I only played it like maybe an hour or two, and that's Little Dragon Cafe. So I'm going to probably try and play a little bit more of that. So you can look forward to in a few weeks or a month or two here reviews for the Digimon's Cyber Sleuth, the complete edition with Hacker's Memory and the original game. Digimon New World Order. Best Friends Forever. And Rune Factory 4 and Little Dragon Cafe. Since I have to limit my screen time, I can't be in front of a computer or in front of the TV or my DS for very long. That's why the reviews on the games are slow coming, but they are still coming. I'm still reviewing games. It's just I have to put my health first. So that's a more of an excuse to kind of mix things up on my blog a little bit, review some other things like lipstick and different things that I don't have to be in front of a screen to be able to bring to you guys these kind of quick little reviews. I mean, you can tell I don't have any other makeup on. I have rosacea, and I'm also sunburned too. I have been wearing sunscreen on my face, and just I haven't been putting it on my lips, but I'm still pretty red, you can tell. So I've also put up some new doll reviews, and I found out that you can hybrid the Dolphy Dream heads onto DBS Dream Fairy bodies. And the 1/3, the taller dolls, they match the Dolphy Dream semi-white skin. And the smaller dolls, the 1/4 dolls, they're actually a better match for normal or fresh flesh, depending on who's translating it. I think it's actually fresh skin, which is a really weird name. That's like a creepy name, but that's what I believe Volk's like official translation is. Like, to me, it should be called flesh instead of fresh, but whatever, I didn't name it. So yeah, the 1/3 matches semi-white, and the 1/4 matches the fresh tone. You don't need to mod the dolls at all. The bodies are great for $20. They stand on their own. They can touch their face. They can sit Indian style. The only bad thing about the bodies are they're very lightweight. And although they can stand on their own, and they'll hold that pose fine, but if you want to move an arm, move a leg, you're going to have to fiddle around with it for probably 5 or 10 minutes before you can kind of find its center of balance again to get it to stand up on its own again. But it's fine once you do find its center of balance. You could leave it there on your shelf, or you could take some pictures of it, whatever you want to do, but it's definitely more tricky because it's so lightweight. The Dolphy Dream official bodies are definitely higher quality, more well-made, except for the DDP body, as I mentioned in my review. My Dolphy Dream Pretty, I bought ribbon from Volks Japan when she was first released. She's like brand new. No one else has owned her, but she's been floppy ever since I got her. Her head can rotate almost 360 degrees. Her head wobbles. It can't look up or down on the Dolphy Dream Pretty body, which is her default original body. You pick her up and her arms and legs kind of just like flop up and down. It's bad. I have mini Dolphy Dream. I have a Dolphy Dream sister. I have the just Dolphy Dream, which was like one of the original bodies. I have different ages and variations of the body. I have the newest bodies. I have some that go back 10 years. All of them are better than the DDP Dolphy Dream Pretty Body, and I've read other people that have that same problem with Ribbon and Corin, and it's awful. Like, they charge so much money for that body, and then I can get a $20 DBS body that works just as good. Anyways, I've been chatting with you guys for 20 minutes, so I really hate my voice on camera. That's why until recently, like, I never did these kind of reviews. But like I said, I can't be in front of a screen anymore. So instead of typing, doing video is easier for me. That's why you see me looking off a lot too. Like, I'm trying not to look directly at my screen. So I'm going to start doing more video reviews and that kind of thing for my blog and my social media. It's just something fun to do. I've always loved blogging. My first website was on GeoCities back in the 90s, and GeoCities isn't even around anymore, but it's just something I've always done. I've always loved computers, and so my health diagnosis was kind of a little bit disappointing and a little bit surprising, right? Like, you would think that I would have had these reactions before. When I was really young, really young, I did have grand mal seizures too, but they thought at the time that it was from a fever or an illness. And now, as an adult, and I had a grand mal, my boyfriend called 911, and they did the EEG, EKGs, and MRIs, and all of that, and the diagnosis was I have epilepsy. So unfortunately, it does cut into my gaming time, my ability to like watch Korean dramas. I can't sit there and binge watch like 20 episodes, I can maybe watch one. Some of them, are like 2.5 hours. I might only be able to watch like half of one, and then I have to, go do something else. And I have to take care of myself. But it does suck because most of my hobbies involve a screen, and I'm almost 40 years old. So, I mean, I'm not going to change my hobbies. So, my main hobby now is my dolls, but that was kind of true already. Like, for the last year or two, I've been more into like my ball jointed dolls, my Dolphy Dreams, vinyl dolls, Obitsu, A-Zone, that kind of thing. Like, I rather spend like 100 or 200 like on a doll than 50 or 60 on a video game these days. And that's why my blog is a little bit different now. Hope you guys understand. One last look at Winky Lux. I think you guys can see the big difference in the shade of pink from when I started the first video, which got interrupted, until now. I can definitely see a difference for sure. Once again, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.